Hi, this is Scott Garibay, and today I want to give you an idea, a really good idea, I think, for a new type of adventure for your Dungeons & Dragons 5th Edition campaign table, it's two things. So it's the idea for a cool adventure for your table, but additionally how you set it up and how you deliver in a way that is going to make your players happy. So here we go. All right, so I just went to the Wawa. Wawa's a big deal in Pennsylvania. Wawa executes on a level that is spectacularly good when it comes to convenience stores. Okay, so basically, I went into the Wawa. It's a really big thing in our local area. You see people, Wawa's special. It's really nice. It's nothing but joy. Wawa is so good at what they do. It's just nothing but joy when you're there, right? So I go into the Wawa, and there's a sign, and it's very unusual for Wawa to struggle with anything, right? So it says on the sign, we don't have coins. We're out. Pandemic's hit, right? And we don't know what's happening with coins, but banks are having a hard time. Coins are just basic, tools of business. But right now, the world's upside down, and we don't got coins, right? And that means you might not get accurate change, right? So if you come in here and you're expecting to get, your full change back, we might not even have the change to give you, right? Now, first of all, who's this hurting? Amish people? Who uses cash? Good Lord, right? So it's kind of just kind of a weird problem to me because, I don't use cash. Come on, who does? Apparently some people, right? Some people still use cash, right? And so for them, it's a real issue, right? So I was wow, that's kind of, overall, I really think we're going to come out of this pandemic on a rocket booster, man. I think we're in for a big boom coming up, right? But the reality is there are some serious concerns, right? There's some real concerns about what's happening and when and who's getting hit and the whole nine, right? And so we're coming out of this thing, and this is alarming, right? Wawa's a large business. They do real business. They're a regular business. If they can't get coins, they can't make change, right? That's general buying and selling, right? That's how business works. And if you can't buy and sell without friction, your society's got a problem, a big problem, right? That's your idea for your next Dungeons & Dragons game. Is you got a problem in your society. What's the problem? The problem is gold coins are gone, and so are silver. Coins are gone, right? And the question is, where did they go, right? And so more and more, everywhere you go in your kingdom, coins are simply going to be missing, right? So that's your structure. That's your adventure, right? Now, what you need to do, this is important, right? Your adventures are going to come out of a dungeon or they're going to come out of a forest. And they need to have been there for a month, right? You can run that adventure, or you could just say, you guys were in this forest, you got lost, and you circled around for a month, and you come out, right? Now, when you come out, I want you to make sure that your adventurers have 250 to 2,500 gold pieces per person. Okay, they should have some cheddar, right? I want them. So basically, they're going to need to feel the pain of this struggle. Actually, not the pain. They're going to be able to feel the benefit, right? So they're going to have 250 to 2,500 gold pieces per adventurers, right? So they go into the town, right? And they go up and they say, hey, I'd like some, they go into a tavern just the way they normally do. And they say, I would like some mutton. Now, they've been gone for a month, right? And so they just plunk down their gold coin to pay for the mutton, right? And the bar servant, and there's a more unwoke way of saying that I'm abandoning now, or I never said that, but the bar helper person, the person who brings food and drinks, right? I'm not sure what the correct term is that people would use today, but because waiter or waitress generally isn't used in D&D, right? So we need a better term for that. But the bar helper is the person who brings food and drink, says, are you paying in gold? Is that a gold coin? And the adventurers are like, yes. And quickly they actually stoop down, they get on the level of the adventurers who are sitting and say, that's worth 20 times what it was 2 weeks ago. The vast majority of gold and silver coins and copper coins in the kingdom are gone, and nobody knows why. Are you sure you want to spend with that? Wouldn't you rather open a tab or pay in tavern scrip? And now the adventurers are like, what? Like, you know, and they don't know what's happening. Now, guess what? You don't know what's happening either. This is important, okay? You should get used to doing this in your games going forward, all right? So what you want to do is present the problem, right? That's it. That's all you're doing in session 1, right? And the closer you can do this to the end of the session, the better, right? But give them a good 20 to 40 minutes to talk about it, right? And to take action, to begin to investigate it. You don't know what has caused this issue, right? It's important. It's important that you don't know. Wait for the conjecture of your players, right? If any of them are cool ideas, let it stand. And then build evidence that their theory was correct. That's how a mystery is built, right? Mystery fans want to believe that they solved the mystery, right? And you can ensure that by watching for the conjecture of your players and then delivering that their conjecture is right, right? And you can do it in dramatic ways. That's the best way to do a mystery in your Dungeons & Dragons game, okay? If none of their ideas are right, you have a week now before your next session to determine it. What are the reasons why coins would be gone? Well, I can give you a few of them. One of the dragons in the realm is now eating them, right? And the reason why is the dragon is going through a magical transformation. And so it's getting as many coins as it can, and it's eating them, right? Or here's another one, right? There is a magical wizard's cabal, right? And they are now using them as spell components in large rituals to accomplish X. All right? And so those are just 2 reasons off the top of my head, but that's a good way to. So coins are gone, right? It's a real world problem, but it's also going to be a great problem in your Dungeons & Dragons game. And then you are going to first wait for the conjecture of your players and see if that's playable, if there's a great, cool idea in there, and then make it a reality, or you may come up with your own. All that's my opinion. I'd love to hear your thoughts. How do you build these kind of adventures, these kind of mystery adventures in your game? Love to hear it, because we certainly didn't get any help with Candlekeep Mysteries. There's no really, the whole book's supposed to be about mysteries, and I don't even think a third of them were actually mysteries. But this is a good way of doing it. So I'd love to hear your thoughts. Let me know in the comments below. Please consider liking and subscribing, and have a wonderful millennium.